But what I didn't know, when I was a little boy, in the 50s, he was always playing cowboys and Indians, watching Roy Rogers, and my favourite was Lone Ranger on the telly. But what we didn't know was that in the 1800s, in the late 1800s, Buffalo Bill Cody had brought his troops over to Salford before anybody had a telly, before anybody had a radio, even 1880s. And he played just where the docks were, before the docks were built, and he brought his Wild West show over. And it's all in the archives. So I was quite interested, so I took all the information and I wrote this poem. It's called Buffalo Bill's Wild West Show. And it's all true. I went for a walk just the other day down Kansas Avenue, just off Old Broadway. And I looked across at the docklands before me, where the new Salford Quays stands today. And I tried to imagine a time before that, when on that same land stood the old Manchester racetrack, where Buffalo Bill Cody brought his Wild West show to amaze the Salford people all those years ago. It was the winter of 1887 when the Wild West tour came around. They set up their teepees and circled their wagons by the cobblestone street of the dirty old town. They built an arena inside the old track, and the crowds packed in every day to watch sharpshooters, rough riders and Indian braves as they put on their colourful display. They brought horses, mules, elk and deer, and even some buffalo. And Custer's last stand at the Little Bighorn was always the finale of the show. One sad thing happened on that Northwest tour to a 6'7" Indian brave. The cold, damp winter took his life away one day. Surrounded by the enemy was his name. Then Little Chief and Goodrobe had a baby girl, the first Sioux Indian born outside the USA. They named her Frances Victoria Alexander, with the Indian name Over the Sea. They had her baptised at St. Clement's, where the locals came to see such a thrill, and all the colourful show people arrived at the church, led on horseback by Buffalo Bill. Then before they left town on their very last night, Buffalo Bill Cody got into a fight. He punched out a cabby who asked for his fare, then went off to bed without even a care. The magistrates fined him, but Bill had long gone. After 5 months in Salford, the show had moved on. Sadly, very little is known of this story today. But I wonder if she knew about her birthplace in Salford, that little Indian girl named Over the Sea. Thank you.